Welcome to Metaphysical Soul Speak. I'm your host, Elena Fox Starks. Hey guys, I'm a little still shaken up over that earthquake. Oh my God, it was so powerful. I mean, the rumbling alone, the energy, the vibration of that rumbling. And it was just such a deep, powerful roar from the land. And then just the shaking for almost 2 minutes. This earthquake wasn't even in Ecuador. It was an 8.0 in the Amazon jungle of Peru, in the northern jungle region, and it was in Lagunas, Peru, 260 miles from where I live. And it felt like it was a lot more local than that. People felt it as far down south as Lima and as north as Bogota, Colombia. This earthquake was so massive that it shook people's houses in 4 countries. People felt it in Brazil, Colombia, Peru, and Ecuador. I mean, it was huge. I lived on top of the epicenter in a really big quake in Los Angeles area in Northridge, north of LA. I lived 1 block from where they said was the epicenter. And that was a 6.8. And it lasted a long frickin' time too. And it was devastating, but that one went up and down as well as side to side. And it felt like it was going back and forth, side to side, and up and down all at the same time. It was at 4 a.m. and completely chaotic. It was just devastating. I mean, apartment buildings fell and people died. A lot of people died. I think like 68 people died. But in this earthquake, even though it was an 8.0, which was like, I mean, every time you go up one little increment, like a 0.1 increment, that means 10 times more powerful. So a 7.0 is 10 times more powerful than a 6.9, and a 7.1 is 10 times more powerful than a 7.0. Well, this was an 8.0. I mean, I was getting scared during that 2 minutes. It's like, do I grab my phone and my purse and run out the door, or do I stay in the doorway and pray? I opted to stay in the doorway and pray because nothing was falling off the shelves yet. I figured, well, that's a good sign if glasses aren't falling over and breaking. My flower vases on the windowsill didn't fall, so that was cool. But boy, it hit at 2:41 a.m., lasted for about 2 minutes, and it was like a rolling sort of, but back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And the only thing I was scared of is the roar of the sound was so intense that, and the energy of this was it was the Nazca tectonic plate had moved. And most of Peru and all of Ecuador, I think, are on this tectonic plate. In fact, I think this one goes all the way down to Chile. So this is a massive, in fact, I think people in Chile might have felt this, possibly. This was a huge earthquake. A lot of energy was released. The tectonic plate moved, I think, a little bit. I mean, this is how Pangea became 7 continents, is the tectonic plates. So, it was just, I was having flashbacks. I mean, after 2 days of flashbacks from all the fireworks and the cannons being blown up every few hours because of the Pichincha War, because yay, this city won the war. The people here won the war against I don't know who. It was a big celebration, a big fair, fairs all over the city. Crazy stuff. And then today, after all that, today I'm sitting in my living room and I hear my tinnitus was a normal sound and then 2 more pitches. So I was hearing 3 sounds at once. And then on top of that, I heard literally this sound. It was like beep, beep, beep. And 30 seconds later, beep, beep, beep. Just like that. I mean, not someone saying it, but the sound, the tone. And it happened for a minute or 2. And it almost sounded, and it was inside my left ear. And it was almost like a battery was out on my implant or something. It was very weird. And then all of a sudden I got very tired and I fell asleep, and I think I was abducted this afternoon. I guess I was abducted. They had to change the battery. And then I was fine and awake again after like 30 minutes. I don't know where I went. I don't know who was there. I don't know what happened. And then I was okay. And then a couple hours later, I was getting ready to record the show. Wanted to be early, like a couple hours ago. And I just had an overwhelming Ascension nap again. The Ascension symptom scale for all of us is 99 still. That hasn't gone down. And I'm going to read to you the Schumann resonance news because this is pretty crazy stuff too. I mean, so much energy from every possible direction. Energy from the cosmos, all of our holy guardian angels and our spirit guides and masters of light. Everyone's beaming energy at us. And then to live on top of a massive tectonic plate that's also massive amounts of energy from beneath me. I'm just like, it's like so hard to concentrate on anything or get anything done when the energy is so frickin' high vibe and I have to adjust to all the cosmic energy coming in from everywhere. By the way, 5 hours ago, that asteroid went by Earth. One thing I did not know about it that I learned today is that asteroid is so big, it has its own moon. Like, what the hell? I mean, it's like not maybe big enough to be classified as a planet, but it went and its little moon with circling around it just flew by Earth. I'm like, what the heck? That is so insane. I wonder what energy that brought, if anything. I wonder if that might have brought us something too. Okay. Now, as far as the Schumann resonance is concerned, here is what they had to say for themselves. 9:30 a.m. UTC time. We have largely exceeded 48 continuous hours of activity. We are now at 60 hours. Today's peaks are also quite significant with a series of three peaks. There were 47, 62, and 70 hertz. Occurred this morning at 2:30 a.m., 4 a.m., and 5:15 a.m. UTC time, respectively. After this massive activity, there was no decline, but other peaks between 60 and 30 hertz. Now, at 12:30 UTC time, they write, we are going toward 72 hours of uninterrupted activity. After today's peak at 70 hertz at 5:15, a powerful activity followed in which the amplitude averaged over 40 hertz with a further peak at 55 hertz at 11 UTC time. Then at 17 o'clock UTC time, I think they have a typo here. They say the activity ended at 14 UTC in total, having started at 2 on May 24th. It lasted 60 hours, but they just said before it was 72. I think they mean 80 hours. So let's just say that's 82 hours because it's like from the 24th until the 26th. So we had 80 hours of high vibrations in the Schumann resonance. That's pretty significant. Pretty crazy. We'll see what happens tomorrow. But that's pretty crazy. All right, so I'm going to read to you guys a story from a listener. Miranda sent this to me, and this is pretty crazy. It's funny. It's about a story of her hanging with her friends, but also related to ETs. So I'm going to read this to you. She says, so there's a lot happening, but I'll just tell you about this since I just listened to you talk about ET. Miranda is a listener. She's been listening pretty continuously. And I appreciate you very much, Miranda. Thank you so much for listening. And I'm going to tell your story now. So she says, Friday I went over to my parents to play some games. We played Redneck Life, laugh out loud. This game sounds hilarious, actually. Basically, it's like ridiculous things that happen where you lose your teeth, make moonshine, have a lot of kids, and debt. This game sounds hilarious. The weather changed all day long. Was supposed to rain during the day, and it didn't end up doing anything until 11:30 p.m. at night. Then it started storming. So we started playing this game around 11, and at about 11:45, my dog stood by the door and started looking up at the lightning and making little noises that I've never heard before. He barks at the moon and clouds and is always looking at the sky. He also barks at jets, but not airplanes. Just jets. Always called him my little alien dog. 20 seconds after hearing him make these interesting noises, I pick up a card in the game that says, "You are abducted by aliens for research or a study and come back with a kid. Name him E.T." My friend and I just glanced at each other, knowing that was not just a normal card in the game. We have never seen it before, plus the timing. Then she picks up a card shortly after saying, "You have triplets." I joke all the time that her and her twin flame are absolutely going to have triplets. Okay, jeez. So then she goes on to say that as she was listening to my show and I was talking about Jupiter during my Freaky Friday episode, her friend sends her a text about Jupiter, where one of the moons is almost touching the edge of the planet. So lots of crazy stuff. She also said that she's been seeing a lot of dragons and a lot of serpents in the clouds. You know what, Miranda? Me too. Like almost every day. I only mention one or two, but I mean a week, but I'm seeing it almost daily. Almost all the clouds are shaped like dragons or serpents, but tons of serpents and dragons in the clouds. Thank you so much for your stories. That was actually incredible. I don't know. Now, I did want to mention something to Miranda on Secure Team 10, Tyler's channel on YouTube channel, his YouTube channel. He has had a lot of people take pictures during lightning storms, and in the lightning itself usually are triangular shaped craft. So go check out his channel and see what you can see. But it's pretty crazy. And he does a lot of things like reverses it. So, the light parts are dark and the dark parts are light, and where you get a little bit more detail of the UFO. But that's crazy. That is crazy. That's nuts. Yeah, just be careful. There's not really much we can do, though. I mean, if they're abducting us, the majority of us, we're okay. We come back from it. Most of the time, we're not even aware it happened. But, yeah, crazy stuff. All right, guys, I have decided to do a tarot card reading for tonight after this message. Hey, you. Have you ever thought about having your own podcast like me? Was it even a New Year's resolution? For me, it sure was. But as I've been looking into this for months, I was daunted. There's so many questions I had. When I was trying to get this off the ground, I was wondering, how do I record the episode? How do I get it across all the platforms? How do I get my podcast on Apple Podcasts when I don't even have an iPhone? How do I get it onto Spotify and all the other places? How do I get people to listen? And how do I make money from my podcast? How do I edit it? Oh my God, I had all these questions and I was so confused until I discovered the simple answer is Anchor. Anchor is a one-stop shop for recording, hosting, and distributing your podcast. Best of all, it's 100% free, and it is ridiculously easy to use. And now Anchor can match you with great sponsors too, so you can get paid to podcast. All you need to do is record it. You don't have to go out and look for people to advertise on your show. They help you. So basically what I like about podcasting is I don't have to have a video of myself. You don't know if my hair is dirty or if I'm still in my pajamas or even if I'm wearing makeup. Haha. And it's so easy. I could do this from the comfort of my own home in my living room using this amazing app right from my cell phone. So easy, right? So if you've always wanted to start your own podcast and make money, by the way, doing it, please go to anchor.fm/start. That is anchor.fm/start to join me and the diverse community of podcasters that are already using Anchor. Again, that's anchor.fm/start. I can't wait to hear your podcast, and I can't wait to favorite you. Woohoo! Let's be broadcast podcast buddies. I'll see you there. All right, guys, I'm here with my tarot cards. Again, it's Tarot of the Andes. I got these in Lima, in Magical Marketplace, the Witch Marketplace, literally, where all the brujos y brujas go to get their magical supplies. A lot like the Peruvian equivalent of Diagon Alley. And I did make an episode about this, my experience. It was pretty trippy. All right. Now, I have gotten everything ready. All right. I'm going to connect to my guides. I'm always connected to everyone. Connecting to my high heart. I'm connecting to my star chakra, as well as my angels, my holy guardian angels, higher self, and my spiritual team, Lily Rose. So I'm asking that you guys help me have accurate information, and I'm asking these questions for humanity as a collective whole. These are not only for me personally, my family, or my soul group. These questions I'm asking that the energy be accurate for everybody that listens to this. And this is humanity as a collective whole. I wanted to ask where our general health is right now on the planet as far as mental health, physical health, emotional health, spiritual health. So I want a card that will represent all of those, and I will read the descriptions in the Rider-Waite as well as Galaxy Tarot tonight, after I get my own personal impressions of what our general health is. Okay, so I'm putting the phone down again, and I'm going to start shuffling, and my guides will take the card out of the deck. It will fall away from the deck as I shuffle them. So please, guys, tell us what, for the collective humanity, what is the general overall gist of the health on all levels of the word health for the collective whole. All right, the card that falls out is Satisfaction. Ooh, that's interesting. All right, the Ace of Pentacles. All right, I like this. This is interesting. All right, we're going to look now. Let's see, for the Rider-Waite Pentacles. All right, I'm queuing that up, but I want to look at this for a minute. Higher guidance, will you tell me, what does this mean for humanity? Just what I'm getting. See my intuition as well. I feel that our Kundalini energy that's rising up our spine has nice clean chakras to go through. We're almost at the point where we're starting on the throat chakra. I mean on the third eye chakra and the crown, but we're almost there. Pentacles to me means money, means wealth and abundance in all its forms, not just actual physical money, but everything to do with that. Okay, so my intuition about this is we're feeling happy with ourselves right now. We have done the work. We've shown up. We've done the work. We're healing. We're satisfied with our progress. That's a good sign. That's a good sign. So I'm going to look at what the actual Rider-Waite says. Tangible beginnings, prosperity, comfort, and reward. Yes, for sure. We are being rewarded by the work we've been doing, have we not? It says the Ace of Pentacles is likely to find you enjoying a new beginning on several levels. And this is a very positive new beginning. Your health and vitality is likely to be at a high point. The appearance of this card is usually the sign of a turn for the better in terms of fortune and wealth, and sometimes can even indicate gifts of money or inheritance from unexpected sources, but certainly doesn't mean that someone has to pass over for you to receive the inheritance at this time. Yeah, that's pretty cool. In general, it says you're likely to be feeling optimistic, upbeat, and hopeful about your future. Things should be going well in general. You could be starting something new very soon. This could be in the realm of work or personally, but either way, it's a good thing. As far as health, it says this is a great time to try a new healthcare approach, especially preventative care. Exercise, eating well, making sure that you get enough sleep are all common sense approaches that you can revisit now with great success. You may stumble across health information that's very helpful. Don't hesitate to try a new healer, seek a second opinion right now, or anything that you need. Your health looks promising. And it also says, as far as spirituality, try something new spiritually. Maybe go to a different place of worship. If you've always been private about your spirituality, try reaching out to others who might think as you do. And you know what that reminds me? Hashtag Soul Tribe, hashtag Soul Family. I've been putting those for my Twitter account as well as my Instagram. When you go to @mermaidgirl888, you'll get to see the cloud picture I took on Instagram of the pink, blue striped sky. I think you guys might enjoy it. Today we had sky very similar. It was orange and blue. Absolutely gorgeous. Gorgeous. All right. So we're going to see what the Galaxy Tarot has to say. This is another great app. Honestly, I got it for free, and you can unlock it to get more card positions, like layouts. I went ahead and unlocked it because it's super excellent. Yeah, this is the same. This Ace of Pentacles card, it's incredible. It says opportunity, healthy beginning, planting seeds, grounded, and investing. This card presents an opportunity for real concrete growth. It could be beginning of a new project, a chance to improve your health, a gift you can use for further gain, money you can invest in your future, a new job opportunity or chance for promotion, or even a good time to start a garden or begin improving your home. So basically anything that will bring a sense of wealth and abundance to you. It says this is a good time to strengthen your roots, to ground and center your body. Begin building the foundation of the future. This card may be telling you to spend time in nature. You'll find inspiration there. Now, like all the aces, this is a seed that must be nurtured in order for it to come to fruition. So don't overlook this gift you are being given. That is pretty cool, right? So yeah, my intuition is that we are at the point where we're almost to a new beginning. We still are working on our throat chakra. Don't forget, if you haven't already, listen to my episode yesterday about the throat chakra, how you can unblock and heal yours, and what are the signs and symptoms that you need to. It's very, very helpful. I had a friend contact me today, in fact, from India, and he said, I haven't contacted you much because I've been very depressed. And I said, well, you're in good luck. You've got good timing. Go listen to my episode from yesterday. That's what all of humanity is going through, is working through those anxiety and depression feelings, working through all of the ways in which we are not being heard. We're not listening to ourselves. We're not listening to others. We're unblocking all of that now. And speaking of, my son was out in downtown Cuenca today, and just randomly, this guy from Argentina walked up to him, and he spoke English, and he said, my higher guidance tells me that you need this book. If you want to make a donation for this book that I wrote, you can do so, but it's not required. And he hands my son this incredible, super high vibration, like there's light codes in every sentence, this little booklet that he wrote. And he popped little holes in it, and he bound it with this black string. And it's really strange, but really beautiful. And it's pictures of people he met on his travels. And it's talking about his insights into life. It was really interesting, really cool. And it's neat that my kid, who just a year ago didn't believe in any of this stuff, is now attracting this stuff to him because he's had a spiritual awakening. So I do feel like there's spiritual awakenings getting ready to happen all over the planet. We're at a new beginning. We're at a new beginning of our society. And anything negative you see going on right now, that's a result of past thinking. We don't need to pay attention to that anymore. We're moving into the future. So we're going to go ahead and ask the second question. I wrote, okay, are we as a collective whole going to be ready for our massive ascension protocols that are coming in June? So that is why I'm asking my higher guidance. This is for not just me, but the collective whole. Is this the card? Okay, no, we weren't. That's not there yet. All right. I always have to ask. I'm using muscle testing. I'm doing everything. If you don't know about muscle testing, please go listen to my muscle testing after this, because this is important for you to know. It's one of the best tools that we've got. All right, are we ready as a collective whole for the massive ascension protocols where we are getting ready to go. Is this it? Oh my God. No, guys. Oh, crap. We got the tarot card. The tower card. Oh my God. No. Oh God. That's always the one we want, right? Major Arcana, though. Ah, great. All right. Well, whoops. This is a really good card, even though it's in this card from the Andean Tarot. It's a stone tower being struck at the top by a massive bolt of lightning and fire and rain. Everything is raining down. It's just complete utter chaos. So yeah. It's card 16. Always, of course, following the, death and the devil. And temperance, of course, temperance. But, oh yeah, all right. Well, are we ready for the massive ascension protocols? Yes. This means massive frickin' change. Big time. We are on the brink or the precipice. Oh, baby, we're going into the abyss. Or up into deeper into the fifth. This is incredible. I'm going to take a picture of the reading if you guys want to do further study, by the way. I'm going to put it up on my, probably on both my Twitter and my Instagram. All right. Now, as far as the tower is concerned, according to the Rider-Waite deck, it says, this card means awakening, revelation, purification, and breaking free. The introduction is, this card's all about change. Just as with the devil and death, the tower is not as frightening. Really? The tower being struck by lightning and people jumping to their doom. Okay. It's not as ominous as the pictorial representation in most decks. Okay. Yeah. It just feels that way. Trying to hold too tightly to the status quo will be disastrous right now. So roll with the changes. That's right. We got to roll with the punches. It says it's generally likely that some people or situations you have counted on as being there for you may not be there in quite the same way. Yeah, we're developing crystal and light bodies, and we're going to go up, up, up. And people who are stuck in 3D linear thinking, even though they're still in the fifth dimension, they might not even see us anymore. I don't know how that's going to work. Anyway, this doesn't have to be dire. Change is the nature of life. We know that. Okay, fine. And trying to prevent it is like trying to row upstream without a paddle. That's true. Guys, if you just accept that this is happening, and even on the hardest of days, just go, okay, you know what? I accept the ascension nap. I'm going to go take a nap for an hour. Set an alarm if you have to. I accept the energy. I accept the crazy beeps in my ear. I accept the alien ships that keep passing by that I'm literally seeing in the clouds. And I accept that I'm being visited regularly now by my space brothers. We got to accept all this stuff, just whatever it is that's going on with you, you have to accept it. Because you know what? There's nothing we can do about it. It says, though, if you've been building castles in the air, this will be the time that, they're going to be crashing down to Earth. So, yeah, that's true. The tower it's something that busts all of your illusions. So all your linear thinking is going to be busted at this time. And by the time we get to June, I think this is a card that says absolutely yes, you're going to be ready. Under spirituality, it says this is a time again to keep a positive attitude as much as possible. New understandings and insights may come to you in the blink of an eye. I think that's true. Honestly, I think that's true as well. everything is happening pretty rapidly, but it's also right on time. I mean, we're finishing up the throat chakra probably by tomorrow, and then we're going to go right into the third eye. Is that for how many days, God? 3? That's for 3 days. Crown chakra for 3, for 5. Crown chakra will be a 5-day healing. So 3 days for the third eye, 5. So we have 8 days more after the throat chakra healing is done. It's never too late to take a bath in the color blue. All right. In the Galaxy Tarot, this is what they say. Sudden shock, destruction, questioning your beliefs, and chaos. The Tower is a card of shock and chaos. The structures and systems you built up in your life are being shook up. Assumptions you've taken for granted are going to be thrown into question. You're going to be forced to think in brand new ways. This card could indicate a surprising event, such as being laid off or discovering a betrayal, an unexpected pregnancy, winning the lottery, or unexpected expenses like home or car repairs. And someone could even have an emotional outburst. Oh, that's like the least of our worries, isn't it? As long as we don't react to it, we're fine. This card might just be a reminder to set aside a little money each month just in case. Have your emergency supplies ready. This is a very 3D linear thinking explanation. So it just basically just have a plan in case of a fire or a vehicle breakdown or an earthquake that's an 8.0 from the jungle. Okay, it doesn't say that part, but yeah. Think through what would happen in the worst case situation and then prepare as much as you can. Yeah, last night after the earthquake, I was like, okay, next time this happens, or if this happens again, all right, grab the cell phones, put them in the purse with the bank card, because I could walk away and maybe grab my laptop. I could walk away with from everything, as long as I have those things. My cell phone so that I could contact my kid in California and make my show for you guys. My laptop, obviously, because I'm a writer for my work, and my bank cards so that I could always just get money if I need to. If the building's devastated, then maybe I've been thinking about it. Like, well, what if? So yeah, that's a big thing. All right. It says, as advice, the Tower is telling you to shake up your life. Oh, I don't think that we need to shake it up any more than the universe is doing already. But it does say, take a look at your deeply held assumptions. Do they still serve? Yeah. Are your assumptions serving you? Get outside your normal mode of thinking by taking a trip, getting rid of old belongings, try something new, or explore a new philosophy. Drastic changes are required in your life. I think that might be true if you're in a situation where, you haven't 100% accepted the ascension. It is happening. And I wanted to put this in another way. If you're a Christian, this is the rapture. It's not like in a flash of a second. We are going through it slowly. So as to savor and enjoy the flavors of the process. I don't know. I mean, it's just been years we've been going through this, and every minute we think, in the beginning we were thinking, oh, is it this week? Is it this week? When's it going to happen? But it is happening slowly and gradually. This morning when I was asleep and then I woke up and I was still kind of in that environmental hypnosis state, I felt this vibration from my toes going. It was kind of like all the way through my head, and then it went several waves and several passes, and every pass I felt this wave of energy going through me. With every wave, it felt like my bones are becoming less and less dense and more crystalline, like I am separating my soul more and more from my physicality, and I'm kind of glomming onto my crystalline structure more. So Amber White of the Ascension Journals channel and YouTube, she was saying when she breathes, sometimes she could feel her wings in her back. I don't know if we're all going to have wings or not, but sometimes I feel like I have wings too. She says it's tied to her breathing and she can make them go up and down when she breathes. I don't think she's on weed. Sounds like it sometimes, but she goes into her deep meditations, and she's been going through her throat chakra healing too, because she mentioned people gossiping about her in front of her. And she went to a women's group, and then they focused on her, and she had to speak to everybody. Someone asked her a question in front of all these women, and she felt like, oh man, totally on the spot. And she had to find her voice. And I'm like, yeah, that's totally a throat chakra thing. Like I told you, we're all going through this collective process. So I don't know. The tower, I think that we are going to be shaken up. We have to shake ourselves up. We have to focus as much as possible during our day or even our night, or even just during the down moments where we have an hour or 5 minutes to think and focus on the ascension. Just focus on that star chakra 18 inches north of your head. Ask for help from your guides constantly. Be connected with your spiritual team 100% of the time. Never disconnect anymore. That's how we ascend rapidly, and that's what we need, and that's what we want, okay? So now my third question today is, what is the general vibe of the planet now? So I'm going to put the phone down again and start shuffling the cards. And I'm going to ask, what is the general vibe of the planet now? Okay, all these, like, 3 cards are jumping out at once. And I'm like, I don't know. Let me see what this one says. Reina Entusiasta. What? The Queen of Wands. They call it an enthusiastic queen. Is that the one that we need? Okay, that's not what we need. I put it back. The cards start to get real jumpy and hoppy towards the third question because the energy of pulling it out comes about. And my guides get all excited. Okay, so is this the one we needed? Is this the general vibe of the planet right now? Yes! Holy crap, that is really the one that you meant to pull out? Oh my God, yeah, muscle testing says yes. Holy crap, guys, I could not have asked for a better reading tonight. Oh my God, this is what hopped out. Amor. Yeah, baby, love is the general vibe right now. 2 of Cups. It says in German, Liebe. Like, ich liebe dich. I can't say German very well, but oh wow, this is a really interesting card because it's Incan. There's a black and white serpent on the right hand side, and there is a yellow and green and white serpent on the left. And they're going in and out of the cups. Oh, this is like so crazy. Oh, yeah, okay, I get it. Yeah, the cups are stacked on top of each other, and I know it represents the spine and the magnetic force of once you raise your kundalini, the serpent, and it's going in that motion where you're like a waterfall under the world, you know, be a fountain under the world, and your fountain of light comes out the top of your head, goes around in a circle, goes back into your feet. That's this energy. And then they have the spheres of influence, which are our chakras, and the wheel of life, or actually the tree of life. So 2 of Cups. 2 also stands for coupling, couplehood. Twin flames will be starting to come together soon, but the general vibe is absolute love. So you see, in spite of outward appearances and people having these mental and emotional breakdowns in their verbal, spewing their verbal aggressiveness everywhere, and people are butting heads and fighting, that's just because we're all healing our throat chakra. Once we're healing our throat chakras, then we're going to be a lot kinder and gentler and with a lot more love for each other. But everything comes from a place of love lately, and so I see that love is the pervading all-pervading, all-encompassing emotion and feeling on the planet overall right now, actually. Really, my higher guidance just said that that asteroid just kind of trapped a lot of negative energy and it's taking it away from us. Is that true? Yeah, okay, twice with muscle testing that works. And the satellite around it will clear the energy after it's long gone. Aw, asteroid of love. Are you kidding me right now? That is really very cool. So I'm going to take a picture of these three and post them. All right, so as far as the love card, let me look this up. And the Rider-Waite. Let's see here. 2 of Cups means harmony, sharing, love, respect, equality. It's a card of union, the coming together of 2 or more things to create something new. This card could represent romantic attraction, marriage, supportive partnership, coming to a compromise, mutual support in a relationship, friendship, bonding, or a sense of equality between 2 people or 2 groups of people. Or maybe all groups of people, because I'm talking collectively the whole. Whether this card indicates romance, business partners, friends, family members, or uniting of physical and spiritual realms, when the 2 of Cups appears, it always represents equality, balance, and mutual give and take, particularly in regard to emotional support and understanding. Now, if you're going to look at this in a political sense, that's pretty remarkable considering some of the abortion-related and LGBT-related things that are going on. They're trying to strip Title VII so that transgenders can be discriminated against in all situations, including employment and housing. President of the United States just signed something that basically says transgender people do not deserve the rights that they had actually gained. And he is trying to roll back the rights. And then all the abortion stuff where now you can be put to death for getting an abortion. You could be jailed for 30 years if you have a miscarriage. Really insane stuff. But what I feel is it's like the dark side of the people where they're trying to fight back against a broken system that no longer truly exists. They don't know it yet. And they're being forced to spiritually grow and they're freaking out about it. So they're trying to create all these massive problems, but the more problems they create, the more we can look at and go, oh, well, yeah, that's not from love. We're not choosing that. We're choosing love. Love is one already. We're in the 5th dimension already. So all this stuff is going to go away. That's a result of fighting from the past. I see that it's all going to come together. Everything's going to be all right. So even if something supposedly bad does come about, you're going to have to not focus too much on it. Just focus on what you want. What is the world you want? I think what we all want secretly in our heart of hearts is to have a harmonious, balanced world in which love presides and love resides as our natural state of being. So that is actually really, really cool that was the card. So, all right, we're gonna see in the Rider-Waite now. That was what I just read was a Galaxy Tarot. So this is the Rider-Waite one. It says romance, reciprocity, healing, and renewal. So that's nice for the general overall gist of the world energy. Romance is in the air, so that's fun. Hopefully that means my twin's coming to me. But reciprocity, that means an equal exchange of give and take, balance, harmony, healing, and renewal. That's true. That's what we're going through right now. So introduction says the 2 of Cups often refers to romantic partnership, but it's not the only connotation. It can speak of balance, friendship, joy, and sharing. In general, this is a card that says things are likely to be going well. You should be feeling more than usually loved, cared for, and content. And if you don't now, overall, you will be soon. Also, you need to love yourself and start tuning into the frequencies of the beings that are around you. Your higher guidance, your holy guardian angel, your ancestors that are here to send you love and support, as well as the ET friends and spirit animals. I mean, I've got dragons around me quite often. I think sometimes they hide stuff from me. And then I'll turn back around and there it is again. It's like, wait a minute, that wasn't there a minute ago. So I have fairies. When you spill sugar on your counter, you don't clean it up right away. That does attract fairies. So I do have fairies in my house too. But anyway, for the 2 cups, it says in general, this is a card that says things are likely to be going well. You should be feeling more than usually loved, cared for, and content. So I know I just read that, so I read it again. So that's good, right? And that's what we should be feeling. Now it says as far as spirituality, it says you are likely to be feeling at one with the energies of the universe and with yourself. This is one of the cards that represents the heart chakra and its opening. Remember, we just finished opening our heart chakra like 2 days ago. You should be feeling more than usually loving towards everything and everyone. Share that good energy because the world needs more of it. All right. So there you have it, the reading for tonight. I hope that you've enjoyed this. I'm going to end it early tonight because I'm tired. I'm going to go to bed. It's 1:33 and it's 33:44 on my recording at that moment. So I'm getting a lot of 33s. That's good. 33 is the Christed Ascended Master number. And it does refer to not only the Christ, but ascended masters that are watching you and they're with you. They're approving of what you're doing. So, yeah. Interesting. Very, very interesting. So, the number on the cards besides the literal number, like Ace of Cups would be 1, obviously. The other corresponding numbers are 77, 27, and 48, if that means anything to you. But I will take a picture of these and post them by tomorrow on my Instagram and my Twitter. All right, well, if you guys want to write me, metaphysicalsoulspeak@gmail.com. Send me a voice message at anchor.fm/metaphysical. I'm exhausted, guys. This has been a massive weekend filled with so much energy, 80 hours worth, and it's probably still going. We'll find out tomorrow if it's still going. We just got to get used to the vibes. I got to process more of this energy out. I'm feeling light and airy. I'm feeling like fluffy inside my head. I don't know. It's like I feel like there's glitter exploding, but also very fluffy clouds in my head. It sounds very weird. Very, very weird. Anyway, like my son and I made up a rap together yesterday in Spanish. We said, we have our cabezas en las nubes y las nubes en la casa. So it's like basically we have our heads in the clouds and the clouds in our house. Because when you smoke weed, but we were in a taxi and we were thinking out, we're like laughing really hard because like that would be such a great rap song. But that's what it feels like. Like we have clouds and clouds of energy that we keep going through in our house. And it's like so insane. Like just, whew. Like when I was telling my son earlier about the beep, beep, beep. And when I said the first beep, the lights went out and came right back on. And he just looked at me and goes, holy crap, I think you were just abducted in that moment again. And I'm like, damn it, I probably was. Too many things are happening to be just a coincidence. People, you control your world with your mind. Your manifestations are being made real right now. In this moment. Choose wisely. And with that, honey, I'm signing off with peace and love and joy and the high vibes of the holy fifth dimension. Until next time, peace. Metaphysical Soul Speak is run on sponsors and listener support. This means listeners like you. If you are so inclined to support my efforts and my little podcast, please visit me at anchor.fm/metaphysical and pledge an amount of your choosing today. Thank you.